let's have a look. So you've done a couple of videos. You've started doing this stuff. From day one, did you see this as your solution to a business, to an income? Or was this just something like, I need something to do? What was it? Did you pin your hopes on, this is going to be the way I make money forever?
Other people were doing it at the time I started off, and I'm actually friends with some of the people who I used to watch back then, which is quite cool. So I knew it was 100% possible, and I think I did start it off with the intentions of making it a career at some point, because, you know, I didn't want to be a woodworker who just goes into work and does it as a job each day. I actually wanted to enjoy it as a hobby. And the only way that I could actually do that was try and keep the enjoyment in the making side alive for as long as possible. And if I'm going into work and I'm just pushing stuff through machines each day, working for someone else, then I'm not necessarily going to get that enjoyment from it. Whereas if I went into teaching, where I'm teaching things face to face, then cool, I'm getting hands-on, I'm having to demonstrate, I'm having to show people how it's done, but it's not necessarily letting me control the project fully, because I'm having to make it open to people who actually need to be able to achieve that. So the YouTube thing, where I was working for myself and teaching, it hit that middle ground where it was like, I can teach people whatever as long as it makes it achievable, but I can also work on my own projects in the meantime and just have fun with them and document that journey. Not necessarily teach it, just show people this went well, this really didn't. And people enjoy watching that. It just becomes this kind of soap opera style thing where it's like, oh, is it going to work? Is it not? And people get really invested in that. And that's essentially what I noticed other people were doing. And then, what I tried to achieve at the end.
Fantastic. So let's just try and draw out a couple of points from this first segment about one of the things we repeat at PopUp is there has never been a better time to make money doing something you love. And I truly believe that. And I think you've taken advantage of some of this because there is a niche or a niche market, depending on whether you're American or English. We would say niche marketing. I think we would. I can't even remember what country I'm from now, Matt.
I watch too many American videos because I would say niche in that case.
Oh, yes, it is niche. There is no T in that. So there's a niche market, and you've been able to find these people who are passionate about woodworking online and build a business around it. And it's never been more possible to make money doing something you actually love. I guess it feels to me as though you were able to spot what it was you enjoyed at school and in your youth, and then draw those together into something. It doesn't sound like it was conscious, but that seems to be what you did. If you were going to advise people how to uncover their passion, what they enjoy doing, what would your advice be?
Yeah, I mean, in my experience, it is literally just look back to the things that you have always enjoyed throughout your life, in particular your childhood, because I think a lot of habits are instilled in you early there, and just try and stitch those all together into something that you think can actually make you a living, I suppose. For me, one of the most annoying things was that I waited 4 years into this furniture making course to actually start filming. Because if I just thought about it and I put a day's thinking into it, I could have just started that at the very beginning and had this entire documentary of from the first day I walked in that workshop to where I am now. I think that would be incredible to watch, and I'm absolutely gutted that I missed out on it, which on a side note is why people should just, if they're thinking about starting videos, should start doing videos, because you're going to be annoyed at yourself for not starting anyway.